Well, I think, whenever we decided to make the move up FBS, we obviously want to get some of the best competition throughout the country, and I think we've been able to do that. And then with the announcement today with Wisconsin, they're right there. They're one of the top teams in the country, especially if you look over the last 5 years, how many wins they have, and they're sitting at the top right now, and with the chance to play in the playoffs. So it's certainly a big-time opponent, and one that we'll look forward to when the time comes.
Do you get to make trips like that at all when you're playing?
No, not really. I can't remember. I got into Raleigh, play NC State one time. Wake Forest was our game that we used to play, so it's hour and a half down the road. So these are some big time opponents that we're getting to play throughout the whole country.
So Scott, not spend a ton of time on Saturday, but the offense probably a little more what you've been wanting to see out of that group. Talk about what you think kind of broke open for those guys. I mean, Monroe had been struggling defensively; they'd had some injuries, but still, you guys have got to go execute those plays.
Yeah, I thought we did. I mean, once we probably had 2 or 3 bad series throughout the whole game. So, and when you have a game like that, you're able to put up a bunch of yards and points. And I was proud of the way they played. We threw the football well. And, I thought Isaiah played great again. He's had a great season so far. And then I think that the insertness of Jalen Moore into the offense, really sparked us. And I think that was probably the biggest thing of anything was being able to have him back there and running the football. And now when you're able to run the football like we were able to hit some plays down the field in the passing game. That's the difference.
Jalen, it looked like maybe up front you guys were going to try to see. I wonder if we can get through with Marcus and Datrick today, and then you went down kind of quickly, balls on the ground again, and it was kind of like, okay, we got to put Jalen in there. How close to 100% is he really?
That's the $100,000 question. I mean, he didn't practice all last week, and really for 2 weeks, quite frankly, and we didn't know if he was going to be available to go. And he felt good, and then he got sick last week, and there was a talk of him not even going on the trip. He had a fever. He ended up going. He felt better Saturday, and so that's why we were kind of holding him and seeing if we can get by. And we just said, hey, and he was ready to go, and he wanted to go, and so we inserted him, and he was, again, a big-time spark. So if he can get healthy at 100%, then, it's certainly going to make our offense a lot better.
Going into the Southern game, watching them a little bit defensively, very aggressive, a lot of press coverage, a lot of man coming up. They're blitzing from a lot of different spots. Not that it's necessarily different than Southern of the past, but maybe a little more risk taking that I noticed. What are you guys seeing on film?
No, I would agree with that assessment. They seem like to be a lot more aggressive this year, playing the man coverage. Bringing pressure. So they're going to be plays where you're not going to get any yards. You're going to have some negative yards at times. But then there are also going to be plays where you're able to get the ball down the field. And you see that on every game where, a receiver gets open down the field and they catch the ball and there's a big play for a touchdown. And I think in the running game the same way. So if you're bringing all that kind of pressure and your running back gets through the 3 or 4 yard barrier, then there's a chance he can take it to the house. And I think that's kind of what they've been living by this year. And, hopefully for us, we'll be able to make some big plays.
Against Georgia State, they